order the regular meeting of the Monee Village Board for June 8th, 2016. If you please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I believe at this time we are ready for the roll call.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Here.
Gray.
Here.
Holston. Here. Horn. Here. Pop. Here. And Racy.
Present. At this time in the meeting, we go to open to the public agenda items only. If you would limit your comments to 3 minutes, come to the podium and give your name and address. There will be a time at the end of the meeting for non-agenda items if you have something you'd like to share that's not specifically on the agenda itself. Anybody pertaining to any agenda item has something they want to share? Nothing there, I believe we can go to the consent agenda. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as is.
So moved.
Second. Trustee Holston, trustee Razor. Roll call, please.
Trustee Gray.
Yes.
Holston. Yes. Horn.
Yes.
Pop.
Yes.
Racy.
Yes.
And Gonzalez.
Yes.
I believe at this point, we're jumping ahead to the attorney's agenda.
Thank you, Your Honor. We have 4 items for the board's consideration. The first item, which we have to pass in certain sequence, is a proposed redevelopment agreement pertaining to a project that we've discussed on, I think, a previous occasion. The agreement's before the village board for consideration tonight. The agreement sets forth what the parameters would be for the developer along with the village of Monee. It is an agreement that has to be executed fairly soon. The time is of the essence from a development standpoint. The agreement also sets forth the location of the proposed project. There have been a few minor modifications with respect to the different parcels. It's similar to the format that we've used for the last 10 years on different occasions. It is a pay-as-you-go type of TIF structure. It's a benefit to the village. There are no repercussions from a financial standpoint. It's up for the board's review and consideration. And council is here tonight on behalf of the village in case there are any questions. But again, this is a very, very similar format since we adopted it in 2001.
Any questions pertaining to this item, or I'll entertain a motion to...
I would make that motion.
Second.
Okay, motion by trustee Pop, seconded by trustee Holston. Roll call, please.
Trustee Holston.
Yes.
Horn.
Yes.
Pop.
Yes.
Racy.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
And Gray.
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. The next item in connection with that redevelopment agreement, there are 2 issues they have to resolve. The second issue is approval to execute a plan of subdivision. This is all in connection with that proposed project as discussed in the redevelopment agreement. This has to be accomplished along with the plan of easement, but we do need a motion authorizing the mayor and the village clerk to execute the same on behalf of the village of Monee.
Any discussion on this item? I'll entertain a motion to approve the item for the plat of subdivision.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, we have trustee Gonzalez and trustee Gray for the second. Roll call, please.
Trustee Horn.
Yes.
Pop.
Yes.
Racy.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Gray.
Yes.
Holston.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor. And the last item in connection with this project is an approval to execute a plat of easement. There has to be certain infrastructure improvements that have to be completed, as we discussed, I believe, at the last board meeting. What you're doing by approving this is authorizing the mayor and the village clerk to execute the same on behalf of the village of Monee.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve. trustee Holston and trustee Razor. Second. Roll call, please.
Trustee Pop,
Yes.
Raisik,
Yes.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Gray,
Yes.
Holston. Yes. And Horn. Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. And the last item does not have to do with this project, but an ordinance amending Title 8, Chapter 1, Section 5C of the Village Code pertaining to permit fees for deduct meters. I believe the same has been reviewed by Mr. Griselle. It sets forth on Section 2 what the fees would be depending on the size of the meter. I believe Mr. Griselle has reviewed it and found it to be acceptable.
I believe the primary aspect of that, just so that everybody's aware of it, the primary aspect of that has to do with the increased cost to the village for the meters and the hookups and such. And that is merely to offset the real costs that we have to endure for our meters. So,
Discussion?
yes, please.
Do we have a motion for?
Discussion's fine, we can do the motion next, that's fine.
Okay.
Mr. Griselle, I just wanted to ask about it. You've looked at this, and so I'm looking at the permit fees as assessed now. And this is just amending the previous ordinance, so there is nothing in the ordinance now that details the costs. So that's all we're doing is putting the detailed costs in there.
There's an update to the cost.
Yeah, basically it updates the cost due to the No Lead Act for water. The last ordinance was passed in 2003, and since that time, as the Mayor Parkour indicated, that we have increased costs to the meters, meter couplings, MXUs, permit fees. It itemizes those individually, so if a resident ever needs one of those replaced, we now have a place to go to get those as stated in here, and it brings us up to today's standard.
So a resident can still request those deduct meters, and this
Absolutely.
ordinance will.
Absolutely.
But presently, we've been,
It's been
we've
underfunded.
actually been taking a loss on some of these because we haven't updated those. So we haven't had a lot of requests, but just DJ preemptively making sure that we don't have the continued exposure to that. So.
Maybe for the public, David, you might want to explain what the deduct meter does for those that
Sure.
haven't heard about this.
Sure. In some cases, residents can request a deduct meter, and basically what that will do is that is installed on the outside water faucets to the home, used for gardening, washing cars, what have you, and it does not charge the portion of sanitary because it's going for outside use only. It's not going down a drain, so it basically takes the responsibility of the sanitary charge off of the use of the water. It is a cost that to add another meter into there, a homeowner has the choice of either contracting it out with a registered plumber or doing that work himself, but ultimately the village has a one-time inspection fee to make sure that only outside faucets are running through this meter, and if it passes, then everything's good to go, and they can use that meter. Typically, that meter is dormant during the wintertime. There's nobody around in this area, in this region, tends to water gardens or wash cars in the wintertime. But if that so happens, then it may throw a flag up, something may be hooked up that it shouldn't be on our end. But for the most part, because we have to update and change out the reading device, the meter, the couplings, everything to do that, it's all updated into this new code. And again, we're replacing one from 2003. So it's just giving up-to-date prices following the No Lead Act that was passed a few years back. Okay.
Any further discussion? I'll entertain a motion to approve the ordinance regarding the deduct meter.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Pop, somebody want to second it? Trustee Horn?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Raisik,
Yes.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Gray,
Yes.
Holston,
Yes.
Horn,
Yes.
and Pop. Yes.
Thank you.
Ordinance on?
I'm sorry, yes, we do need an ordinance number.
Ordinance 1750. 7550.
I will.
At this point, we'll return back to the, and I appreciate everybody's understanding of this. We had outside counsel that was present in case we had any questions on a couple of those, and the developer was present also, just in case there's any questions or concerns. We want to make sure they're able to get back, so we can move on to the rest of the business at hand. At this point, I guess we'll go to the clerk's reports.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
I don't have anything under my report tonight. Administrator Batista.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, everyone. I just have one item under my report for tonight, and it is the results regarding the roadway construction project. We have put out a bid for the project known as the Monee Roadway Reconstruction Project. It's project number 14T 614.02. Our engineers have tallied the bid results. It was today at 10 a.m. was the reading of the bid that were received, and Iroquois Paving Corporation has placed a bid of $1,809,252.50. D Construction Incorporated bidded $1,892,182.64. As seen on the enclosed itemized bid tabulation, the low bid is approximately 2.6% less than the estimated cost of $1,856,827.50. Therefore, our civil engineers recommend that the contract be awarded to the low bidder, Iroquois Paving Corporation, in the amount of $1,809,252.50. This is just for information only. We will present this for a vote at the next board meeting, since we just received this today.
Is timing an issue on this?
It will be by the next meeting, but we'll have time for that next meeting, is that correct?
We would like to move as soon as possible, just so the board is aware. The next process would be is to put out a notification, a publication. It has to be in the newspaper for 15 days. We would also have to put this out onto our website and notify door-to-door residents that would be immediately affected by this project, inviting them to an open house. And then at that open house, we would then have the contractor and the engineers here to give an overall orientation to the project and the scheduled outline as well. So time is of the essence.
Okay, DJ, I think you're already beginning to work toward the meeting.
That does a proactive approach. It's not something we have to be
Right.
forced to.
Right.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, sir?
No, sir, thank you.
Okay. At this point, we'll move on to the officials' report. Public Works with Trustee Gray.
Just kind of follow up on what Ruben was saying. If anyone lives in the Highlands, you do see the markings in the grass, on the streets. That is what we're working towards on Wilson, Court, Roosevelt. We're looking at doing new sidewalks, new sewers, new tree implements. And again, it's going to be an open house. We would love everybody to show up so you know what's going on. Just be patient. It is going to happen. We will have this finished by the year 2017. So again, it's kind of piggybacking on what Ruben was just saying, but that's why you see all the markings in the street. We are already starting progress, but it does take some time. As far as we removed another 75 trees this past season, ash trees that were dead throughout the village. And sidewalk ramp improvement plan is under the way also. I'm sorry, I'm kind of bouncing a little bit here. Just be careful of the sidewalk ramps, be aware of it, and if they're under construction, just, again, watch your step, please, especially kids riding bikes. Thanks, have a good night.
Thank you, Trustee Gray. Parks and Recreation with Trustee Gonzalez.
Just one short item, just wanted to let everybody know or remind everybody that Music in Park will be this Sunday, June 12th at Fireman's from 3 to 4:30 with the Neighborhood Blues Band, and it's free, and of course lemonade and iced tea will be served. And next month, of course, is Kids Day, so please be on the lookout for updates on that as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
And the report.
Finance, Trustee Horn.
No report tonight, Mr. Mayor.
I believe we are going to have our final presentation of the budget that's been released to the public at the next meeting.
Next meeting, yes, sir.
But we have money, right, Doug?
We do have money.
That's good.
Thank you. Business Development with Trustee Holston.
Kevin left me. He didn't give me a report tonight, but
I do know he's very close to an agreement with a gaming business in the area that's, looks like they're going to come in. We have a new tenant in an old Michelin building that is already in a third of the building, Hankook Tires. And I believe by the time Michelin leaves the building at December, they were going to be taking over the entire building. So that's good news as well. And there's some other good economic news that's not quite ready to be announced, that'll be announced in the very near future.
Thank you very much.
Excuse me, Trustee Holster, where's that new gaming business looking to come in at?
Monee? I think it's by the bank, but I don't know for sure. That's why I was hoping Kevin hasn't given me a written response yet.
There's,
I apologize.
Trustee Gray, there's one that's gonna go next to the chiropractor over by,
I mean, I see something developing, you know, on Appanese by the daycare, between the daycare and shoes.
well, that's a
Fire.
different, yeah,
That's
there's two of them pending. One is actually in process. They've got the signs up and everything next to the chiropractor.
Oh, I didn't want to take Mr. Pop's thunder. Actually, he's going to be addressing that subject.
Sorry.
I'm getting used to it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to flip flop you guys occasionally, okay, just so you can steal each other's thunder. How's that? Anything else, Trustee Gray, on that?
No, I just, that's where it was.
Building services with Trustee Pop.
I'll try to be quick. I didn't have any reports for a while, and I made sure I asked that I get some reports, so I know what's going on here, and you guys do too. Seamus, who is the builder for, come on, give me the name of the community again. Eagle Fair. I don't know why I want to mix it up with Country Meadows, and I don't know what else. Anyway, Seamus is in the final review. They're going to be building homes. They're going to build a couple of homes in that area, which we're kind of excited about. He's in review with the architect and the home design, and will submit the plans soon for review. He's finishing up the last of his jobs in Chicago, then he will come down here and begin to hopefully build some homes for us. The village has hired a company called Safe Built. They handle inspections, architectural, they cover all facets of, I'm going to say, buildings. If you're going to build something from a high-rise to one level, whatever it may be, they serve other municipalities, and we thought we would give them a try and see what the cost will be in comparison to us doing it ourselves. They will supply every trade, electrical, plumbing, structural, as needed. So it's on an as-needed type situation. So the name of the company is Safe Built. They'll be working for the village on call. Lacey's Cafe at 5601 Monee, Manhattan. Fire safety approval final plan with some corrections is scheduled for tomorrow and Monday. If they pass all the inspections, they could be open for business during the week of approvals. In track, we've had building inspections completed in May, just one. Resale renter inspections in May was 68. Building permits issued in May was 31. The cost for the permits at a total of $6,865. But the value of the work being done is close to $600,000, so that's a good sign too. If I wanted to mention about tall grass, we have an ordinance on tall grass. If your grass is over 6 inches tall, and they do measure it, you will get a citation. If you do not cut the grass, the village will be happy to cut your grass and bill you. So I want you to be aware of that. That's in the ordinance. We're not picking on anyone. We give you a chance to get out there. People do go on vacations and leave for times. It'd be nice if you did inform the village even, if someone could maybe jot that down and kind of understand why it's not happening. So,
Trustee Pop?
end of report.
Trustee Pop, on
Yes.
that pertaining to the grass.
Yes.
Do you know how many notices were out? There are actually warnings until it actually went out to the...
178 tall grass notices were written in May.
And how many do we ultimately end up having to cut?
Well, 15 of them were non-compliance,
Okay,
so we cut.
Ultimately,
that's
so
pretty good.
170
Of
plus...
178, 15 we
Less
cut.
than 10% of them actually required.
Correct.
which is,
So-
we don't want to cut any further.
No, the system seems to be working pretty good.
That's good. And those are only warnings on the first.
And again, I reiterate, if you come in and say, look, we were going for a month to such and such, well, it would have been nice if you contracted someone to take care of it, but don't be afraid to come and talk to the village about it, okay? You never know what can happen. They might double the cost. No, I'm just joking.
Anything else? Mr.
50%, Phil. Oh, okay. End of report.
Thank you. Public safety with trustee Rizzo.
Yes, I got a handful of things as well. I'll start with EMA. On May 7th, the Monee EMA assisted the Will County Sheriff's Police with traffic control on Monee Manhattan Road at 80th Avenue for a serious personal injury accident. On June 3rd, the Monee EMA assisted the Village of Lamont with a disaster response drill. The FEMA team and members and Monee EMA served as evaluators and provided useful feedback to assist the Lamont emergency responders and village staff in the event of a disaster. On June 4th, 21 members of the Monee CERT and EMA teams conducted training focusing on team building and coordination. CERT added 3 new members to the team, bringing the team to a total of 43 members. On June 8th, the Monee EMA assisted the Monee Police Department with traffic control during the Special Olympics torch run. June 9th, the Monee Police, the Monee Fire Department, and the Monee EMA and members of the Monee Police Department Cadet Program will be conducting a joint training exercise on Thursday, June 9th. The focus will be on interagency coordination and communication during an emergency response. Cadets will shadow emergency responders and learn firsthand what occurs during an emergency response. The local media has been contacted and will be in attendance to observe. And on June 23rd, the Monee Fire Department, the Monee Police Department, and Monee EMA will be conducting a joint training exercise at Fireman's Park. The training will be conducted by pilots from the Lifestar Critical Care Helicopter Transport Service. Classroom instruction will be followed by a landing in actual helicopter at Fireman's Park football field. Emergency responders will be instructed on the ground approach and emergency operations. And then on to police. Today was the torch run and picnic. It finished at 1:30 p.m. Officer Farias, Explorer Farias, and Explorer Comise ran and represented the Monee Police Department. So far, with a total of just under $20,000 raised for Monee for the Illinois Special Olympics. End of report.
Great job, Chief. And attorney report, where you got scored away. Old business? New business? This time we'll turn to the point of the agenda where it's open to the public for non-agenda items. We request that you keep your comments to 3 minutes. Obviously, this is pertaining to village matters. This is not necessarily a question and answer session. This is a comment time. So for anybody who has comments they'd like to share with us pertaining to village matters, you're welcome to come to the podium at this time. And again, limit your comments to 3 minutes, I believe, as mayor protocol. We have somebody keep the time on that if necessary. Anybody?
North Snow, 25718 Shinnecock. Pretty light thing here. Mohai Manufactured Homeowner Association of Illinois is having a fundraiser golf outing, and we would like for the Village of Monee to sign up as a corporate sponsor. And then when you run the village Fall Fest, then we'll donate $100 to you guys. I will leave this with people.
When is the golf outing, North?
It is August 27th.
Where's it at?
Cardinal Creek.
We're not doing it next door?
I want to go play there.
Lord, how much are you looking to extort from?
$80. That includes golf, 2 drink tickets, and 3 meat buffet dinner, and prizes. And the prizes, and we'll be having age-appropriate tee boxes, so women and men 80 and over can go to the forward tees and then back
You
off.
had me nervous when you were saying.
What?
Never mind.
And the prizes won't be just to the low net. The low net will win one, and then we're gonna draw from the rest of the teams to prizes. So it'll be spread out, so you don't have to be an ace to come and play.
Thank you,
Any other questions?
no.
Thank you.
Thank you, no. Anybody else for open to the public? Okay. Nothing else under open to the public, we will, Larry, do we have anything for executive session?
No, sir.
No items regarding executive session, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
That was trustee Horn and trustee Raisik. The time is 6:59. Roll call, please.
Trustee Gonzalez,
Yes.
Gray,
Yes.
Holston. Yes. Horn. Yes. Pop.
Yes.
And Raisik.
Yes.
Thank you all, have a good night.